Dan, I'm about to give some opinions from myself in this third response. You know, I was doing a little research on your blog or your writings over in the UK, and I noticed, I think it was, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was on March 27th, March 22nd, you pointed out that a lot of people were giving you flack over the decision to endorse Obama, of course grudgingly. I thought it was quite interesting. I was reading a few statements that you made a little earlier. I think it was the same blog, and again, please correct me if I'm wrong, where you said that your wife was against Obama, for lack of a better term, and that you were grudgingly for him, and that you may come to regret that decision. But anyway, it seems in those instances you've had your bases covered. I mean, your wife is against, but you're for grudgingly. I mean, there's really no stance there. It's sort of like, I may or may not like you, but my wife does, and I may regret it and I may not. And this type of thing, except reversed, I'm wondering what kind of a play is that. It's quite interesting. I mean, it's typical. I think it's very typical of a politician to cover all the bases. And then you went on in your sayings, in your blog or whatever it is, and you said something to the effect that people were giving you flack over the Obama endorsement, and that your response after talking for a while and writing was, I believe the quote was, and again please correct me if I'm wrong, was, we'll have to wait and see. It's quite interesting. And this EU thing that you sit on, I think you're British, and it seems you are, but you're a member of the EU, and at the same time criticising the PM of Britain. But while being on the EU, I've watched a few of your videos in where you sort of run down the EU. So you're sort of running down the Prime Minister, rightly or wrongly, and at the same time sitting on the EU, running down the EU and making endorsements for the presidency of America. So I seem to remember something about Ron Paul, and your wife being against, but you being for Obama, and sitting on the EU but you're not for it, and being against the British Prime Minister but for Britain, but not quite for the EU, and trying to be conservative while at the same time being on the EU, which is sort of a worldly thing with some types of socialistic leanings, but you're against that. You know, you've covered all bases. You've covered more bases than Hank Aaron. You've got more tentacles than an octopus. You've got your hands in so many cookie jars, the Cookie Monster would be jealous. You've got more skeletons in your closet than Vincent Price. Now that one wasn't fair because you haven't been in politics long enough. I just thought I'd throw that in as a joke. But I really, a lot of people really don't see this. But I do. And I'm just wondering, really, what is it you're doing? And then I start to see the book coming out, and I believe it's at the end of 2008. And then this harsh criticism of the British Prime Minister a few months later. And, it seems the timing, they said that somebody in politics once said, and I won't mention the name, but timing is everything, isn't it? And you seem to time everything quite well. With your plans, whatever they may be. Hopefully the book sale goes up. Hopefully everybody forgets about that little mistake about a bomb. You wouldn't want to admit you're wrong, because there might be other questionable things in your decision making on that big a case, And hopefully the talk show circuit. And I'm just wondering, are you going to get quadruple citizenship so that you can run on the EU and be the British Prime Minister and hopefully one day the American presidents all at the same time? Or do you have grander schemes? I'm not sure. We'll get back to you on that. Ta-ta.